My name
is David Cameron. I have
Okay, yeah, good.
I have resigned as a UK Britain Prime Minister, starting now from 10 Downing Street. Since I cannot get through, since Britain has chosen to leave European Union, EU. Sorry.
I was born.
I think I can go straight, right?
I was born.
But being Prime Minister of Britain was the greatest honor in my life. I was born in Klang, here is Langor, educated in Klang, brought up in a small town in Kappa. Pekan Kappa is a very small town. And I gone through a very tough life. Nobody would really able to know what I've gone through. Let me share with you what I've gone through my life.
Good.
I started working at the age of 7 years old. 7 years old. And
7 years old?
Yep. When I was 7, I had to wake up very early. I came from family wake up very early, basically to make bao to sell, you know.
Wow.
Came from family of 12. My father passed away, but my sister was only 3 months. It was very tough life for me. And after at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, I make all this kueh, and after selling kueh, only then I have a chance to go to school. And those days, we don't even have bicycle, we run to school.
Run to school.
Each time in the school, most of the time I'm late to school because by the time I started everything. And I went to Chinese school. By the time you reach the gate, the discipline is so strict that even you're late, you can't enter. They will let you wait, and you got to go on the hot sun for an hour. And especially in the class, during the class, I had to sleep because I couldn't have enough rest, and the teacher would punish me. During my last year in primary school,
Good.
it was standard 6, and I almost failed. Almost failed in all subjects because of the workload I had gone through. I make bao, afternoon I make popiah, and evening I could sell popiah. Basically, work through whatever job I can get. I rear chickens, I rear animal,
Goat.
Goat, not goats, I rear chicken, rabbit, all this, basically to get income, revenue, to support family. And during the last day of standard 6, I remember my teacher asked the whole class questions, what was admissions? I told the teachers, I told the class, my first admission is to, I want to pursue my career as an engineer. I don't want to do engineering course. And secondly, I want to be on good medical school. The whole class was, including the teachers, just can't believe it.
And they laughed.
They laughed. And being a Chinese school, going to Chinese school, we had to go for remote class those days. For remote class, and I went. How I studied English was, I know language was really a barrier. It was a big obstacle to me. So I decided to get a dictionary. Dictionary there's a translation from Chinese to English. So how we learn English was, there was English words, and we put the pronunciation Chinese character on top. It's a true real life experience. And I remember Chigu Jaibun. Chigu Jaibun, she was very good, very fierce, one of the most fierce teachers, and she really, she was very stringent with us, and she kept on encouraging me, you can make it. It was that bad. And during Form 2, I participated in one of the Bahasa Malaysia Karangan competition, essay writing. And I was the second. with that, it boosts up my confidence, and I was able to continue to pick up from there, from unable to speak English, not able to read and pronounce English. Then continue to work until when I was in Form 4, Form 5, I went to Klang, one of the SMK Form 1, where this school is so competitive. They are all top boys. In my class, that year, that class produces 24 medical doctors.
Wow.
And they are all everywhere now, in KL. Successful doctors. And that means it's a very competitive class. Then I went over to College Tunggu Raman, to do my pre-U. I didn't do well because I'm on or back to help my mom, continue to help my mother. Then, from Tar College, we call Tar College, after my pre-U, the teacher told me, why you didn't do well? I said, teacher, I need to repeat. He said, no, don't repeat. So then I went to do a diploma in School of Technology in Buildings. Then the teacher came to me, why not you think about going to overseas? Then I told the teacher, I don't have money at all. There's no way I can go to overseas. Because he said, then you will be, why not you find a job? Then that inspired me. So I went to Messi in Jarambang.
You went to Messi?
Messi, Malaysian American Commission Exchange.
Oh, Messi, yeah.
Messi, yeah. So with that, then I said, I need to look for. Then I had to sit for TOEFL and SAT.
Yes, SAT.
Test. Then I was thinking, if I go to sit for SAT, I will fail because it's in English.
Correct.
And maths.
Yes.
I went, I sat and select those universities. If I can get free university, I don't pay fee, that would be best. So I looked at it, I saw Texas was the cheapest. What I did is, I applied with the SAT result, I got in a place in few university. Then I went back to my auntie to borrow 5,000 ringgit. That time the exchange for American dollars to Malaysian was $2.20 per US dollar.
Yeah, I remember those times.
So I borrowed $5,000 basically for initial expenses. At the same time, the Americans, to get the I-20 visa, education visa, you need to show 1 year of proof of 1 year of expenses. So what I did is, I gave back to my auntie to borrow for my auntie. I can't remember how much is the sum. And I got the bank draft. Using bank draft, then I got the student visa. I went over to the US. It was so difficult when I went to the US, I don't know anybody else. When I was there, because I have never known about this place, I can't, even when I was in 6 forms, I can't speak proper English. It was serious. And I brought it to here, I said, no, I learned a little bit about how to speak English. Pronunciation was a big issue for me, you know. And what happened is when I was in the United States, it was a lot of struggle.
Good.
I gone through the international student office put me in one of the Malaysian family. That time, University of Texas only had 13 Malaysian. And then they put me in a family, 2 gentlemen who actually they are doing drugs. So they asked me, do you want ice? I said, yes, winter, I'm too cold, I want ice. Hello, ice is white. Cocaine, oh! Then he opened up the fridge, then when I saw in the fridge is all ice. Ice meaning, The next day I pack and go. Then I stay with Jeffrey. Jeffrey is a Malaysian Malays. He was so kind. He said, hey, come over. I let you stay. But his house was no heater. No? So
Very cool.
He was not sponsored by government. He was sponsored by parent. Subsequently, only a few years later, Mara University actually sponsored a couple of students there. Our Malaysian population has increased over there. But That is how we gone through life in the US. But I studied very hard because I know the only way for me to survive is study very hard. I work and I study. Second year, the usual Texas the faculty of engineering got me a scholarship, and that pays everything for me. And I went to work. I used to send back money home to my mother. When I came back, actually I supposed to pursue until my master's degree because of the family background, which is, my mom need me to be back here to help the rest of the siblings. Especially, the whole family, I'm the only one who went to university. It was so sad. Huh? And when I came back, I got a job. I started as a contractor. I worked very hard. Now, by the way, I must be studying very hard. I graduated with the top 3% in University of Texas.
Wow.
With a result of GPA of almost 4.9 something.
3.9 something.
3.9 something. I think I got only one B, the rest all A. Wow. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy, but this is real. I'm telling you about my experience I've gone through.
Yeah. Right.
And when I came back to work, every cent I earned, I gave back to the family.
Wow.
Help family. Until about year 2000, then unfortunately, in 1989, 88, 89, I worked very hard. I ended up in hospital. I worked until I collapsed because, you see, construction is very tough. I started my life as a site engineer. And then at the age of 27, I was a general manager for a construction company in Sabah. I did very well. At that age, I earned well, everything was well, all out to do very well for the company. And when I was sick, I came back to Peninsula here, to KL, after seeing treatment. And I left, I came out. That was about 1989. One of my junior from the university, he said, "Hey, T, come stay with me." So he brought food, he provided everything. And now this company is also in a listed company. Obviously, they all did very well. So in 1995, 96, 95, I started a company, my own company, being an engineer. Because from construction, I go back to design. And I started in 1995, a civil and structural consulting firm. I know no one. Everywhere I go was knocking on the door. I went to Treasury, I knocked at the door. I went to Putrajaya, I camped there. Dr. Osman told me, "T, your skin is thicker than the cow." I said, "Doctor, I'm so sorry, I need jobs. I need jobs." And one day, Putrajaya called me up. Hey, see, there are a few bridges in Putrajaya. They need you to design. I was so excited, I went over. And they got me the job. I started. I went to Guthrie. That time I went to Guthrie. I knocked on the door, Guthrie. I met Engineer Zaru. Zaru said, "Hey, got no job for you here because Bukit Jalil, that time is all oil pump,
Yeah.
Nothing yet." He said, "No, the job has been given out." I came there, he said, "If you really want job, you're going to say one umbrella." So I went over to Harvard Estate and said, "It's one umbrella." Obviously, he's a big gun, he's not the one umbrella now. I passed away. He was, the late one umbrella was the CEO of UBM Land. So all this guy, but what was wonderful about all this, every job I go, I was knocking the door and they give me the work. For the past 20 years, I have completed about 850 projects, whole Klang Valley. So a lot of high-rise building in KL, in PJ, including here, the done here, done by us as a builders. And the last 5 years, I went into property developments in Bandar Sarjan Putra, in Bukit Jalil. We have quite a bit of job here and there. I have a staff force of 180. And as I shared with all of you just now, before when I came in, what was my objective here, and what are the problems I'm facing. The problem we're facing is the country do not produce enough engineers. It's serious. Competent engineers. Most of the engineers, they can't write simple letter. So what I did is every night I have to sleep about 2 o'clock, 2:30 to go through. You see, I can't speak very well, but I think I can write pretty well because it's a typical what we call
Standard phrases and sentence.
phrases, simplicity of the letter is important. Now I'm struggling with that because the engineers are so weak, they can't make sentences. This is serious. I spoke to this human resource minister, Ansri Pongchang, before. He said, yeah, the government of Malaysia aware of this, but we can't do anything, no? So what happened? We can't write, and we have another serious problem is most of our engineers, because as Captain Muzak has said, presentations, effective delivery is very important. Delivery.
Yes.
We go back to how effective is our presentations. As an engineer, especially as a consultant, you need to do a lot of presentation to sell your idea to work.
Yes.
Convince your client, this is the best design, this type of design, this type of house, and this is the most cost-effective design for that. Now, next is on the food. For food, I'm crazy of Musang King, you get?
Musang King, yeah.
And I will take all trouble to go to Penang, a day trip.
Just for Musang King?
Beside Musang King, also for Asam Laksa, fried kway teow.
Wow.
And I'll take a trip down to Johor. So this is what we call food is actually is another passion, you know. And hobby, my hobby is actually I want to write. I mean, my hobby is teaching. To share, I always like to share with unfortunately it's a very boring subject, is engineering. So engineering could be very boring for certain people. But for us, we're so passionate. We're so passionate about engineering. I invested a lot of money in books, engineering books. Teaching engineering. Now we have partners, we actually have partners from UK and Australia. And why? Because we thought, you know, in certain ways, certain things they are very good because currently we're doing a lot of super high rises in KL, and we want that expertise, right? And that is what basically my hobby, super adult hobby. So I do play golf. I have been invited to play golf. Another hobby I have, another passion I have now is all my business associates, whether they are from the government, from the private, and we become very close friends. Every day I look forward to see all these friends, you know, beside families. And also I have 3 little children. These 3 kids, they are very good children. I wish I missed just about my family. My daughters will travel every year to different part of the world to do charity. Very smart ladies. A very smart lady. She was trained in UK, then went over to Australia, Melbourne, and she started in Melbourne. Continued to. I say her passion is to feed the poor, homeless.
That's a passion.
So her passions are
feeding the poor.
Feeding the poor, homeless. So now I understand as a father what is our mission in life. And
your son?
Okay, my son, they are still studying, the 2 boys. Both of them in UC Melbourne, they are finishing their studies soon.
Melbourne.
They are all Melbourne. And that will
conclude my speech.
So if there is any question to ask, please feel free to ask me. Thank you so much.
Okay, everyone clap. Okay, one question if there's any question? One?
I have one question.
Yeah.